Hi guys, it's Emily from Novell Novels and welcome to today's video. This is Charlie Brook Picks My Books. Yeah, I chose a long title for this, but there is two Charlies out there, so you need to know who picked my books. So, you guys all know that Charlie Brook is my sister and she is also on BookTube. She's having a little break at the moment because we've got a lot going on in our family at the moment, so this is why I'm also on a bit of a social media break. I'm doing my videos, but I'm not really on Instagram and Facebook as much because we've got a lot going on in our family. So what I thought I would do was, the other week, before everything got too insane and things took a bit of a interesting turn, I asked Charlie to pick my books for me. Like, we did a video chat and she picked all these books. Obviously in the thumbnail you see a picture of me and her together. So before, obviously, I just want to tell you, Charlie is not only my sister, she's my best friend in the world. Yes, we fight, we're sisters, that's normal, but she is my best friend. She literally, oh my goodness, we've grown up together. Obviously sisters, but you know what I mean. I have so many happy memories of her. She was there when we found out she was there for the first scan with Mia when I found out I was having Mia. She was there when we found out with Thomas. She was actually my birthing partner when I gave birth to Thomas. She's also been, so we've been there with our happiest points. She was also there when I had my second DVT and other stuff that's happened as a family. She has always been the strong one and she is absolutely incredible. She is a lover of books. Now, she loves very different books to me in a lot of ways. There's not very many books we share exactly in common. She has more sort of similar tastes with my friends like Alice and Gemma, but she does inspire me to pick up other books. She's always great at choosing books for me and she knows what I will like. Even if we like different things, she will always pick a book that I like because she knows me better than anyone in the world knows me. Like I said, she is an amazing person and I will always shout her out. Like, she couldn't be nicer if she tried. So what I thought I'd do was, in September, because it's a pre-birthday month, her birthday month's in October, everyone, shout out, I will be spoiling her, but I asked her if she would pick 6 books to go on my September TBR, and she agreed. And like I said, we did it on video chat. So what I will do is I will show you these books and explain why I think Charlie chose them for me, although we haven't had time to go over it exactly, although some of them I know more details about than others. So let's get on with it. I've talked about enough. She had a big head. No, she never gets a big head. She never ever does. It's so funny. So the first book on the top of the pile is Kylie Reads Such a Fun Life. Now, she read this, I think it was like 2 years ago, and she raved about it. Now, it's not the kind of book that I would normally read, but she read it then and she loved it. So I'll show you the back of it. When Amira is apprehended in a supermarket for kidnapping a white child she's actually babysitting, her employer Alex resolves to make everything right. So begins a crash course that will upend everything they know about themselves, each other, and the messy dynamics of privilege. I think this looks incredible. What I love is that it's not very long. It's only 300 pages. It's a thriller. It's tackling racism. I'm not sure if it's a thriller or contemporary, but I know that this has had, obviously it was longlisted for the 2020 Booker Prize, which I know Charlie does support. She does support a lot of the Booker Prize books, and it's been raved about all over BookTube a couple of years ago, and it's taken me too long to get to this, so I need to get it we need to get it read. So I'm really glad she picked this. This was like one of the first ones she picked, so I'm really looking forward to getting to this. Now, the next book is one that I am beyond excited about. Now, I have loved all of Sophie Anderson's books. She is a middle grade author. The only one I don't actually own is the first one I read, which is The House with Chicken Legs, because I borrowed it from Charlie and I'm yet to find a good copy in a charity shop that I want. But I've owned all the other authors' works. I love The Girl Who Speaks Fair. Castle of Tangle Magic was the last one. So this was one I think I either pre-ordered or I bought it in Tesco's, because I know they have the one in Tesco's for quite cheap. Not that I'm promoting different places to order them from. But this is middle grade fantasy, and we're hopefully going to be buddy reading it in September, but that may change depending on how things go in the family. So I will tell you the back of this. The island of Morovia is shaped like a broken heart. The humans live on one side and the alkenosts, the bird people, live on the other. But it wasn't always this way. Lynette wishes she could sing magic, but magic is forbidden and she's been banished with her father to the mournful swamp. She misses her old life and dreams of reuniting with her friends. When her father is captured, taking a precious jewel, Lynette must set out on a treacherous journey, travelling through the alligator poles and sinking sands with new friends, she learns how to be brave and discovers something that even more powerful than sinking magic, something that could save her father and heal the broken heart of her island once more. Hoping I don't have to wait too long in the month to read this. What I love about Sophie Anderson's books as well is that they've got like great pictures on them. At the chapters, look at that, the pictures, the graphics on the chapters are gorgeous. We'll see if they've got any more. So they've got graphics throughout this, illustrations, and oh my god, I will be keeping these books. I need to reread them all at some point. The pictures and the length of it and the typesetting. Sophie Anderson could do no wrong in my eyes. She is literally could not write nicer books. She is an amazing middle grade author and one of my absolute all-time favourites. So I will always rave about her books. I will always pre-order them. As soon as she gets a book out, I will buy it. This is one I cannot wait for. Excuse me, my hay fever's playing up today. Right, next one, Miss Benson's Beetle. Now, I am checking my notes because I like to write notes on these videos. This is Miss Benson's Beetle. Charlie read it about 5 months ago. It's my first Rachel Joyce book. She rated it 4 stars, but then Charlie tends to only rate books 4 stars. She doesn't really rate them. To get a 5-star from Charlie is absolutely, they've got to be beyond amazing. They've got to be the best book you could ever read. That is how fast. That is her start. This is something we discussed. I love it. Love talking to her about this, the rating the books, because I am obviously softer, and I will rate. I do give 5 stars a lot more easily, but she rated this 4, but she did love it. Now this is historical fiction. Nikki from Red Dot Reads has actually recently read this and loved it. Right, so I'm going to tell you that Chris got me this for my birthday because, like I said, Charlie told me about it. I saw it in paperback, I saw it in hardback, but this is the one I wanted to get. In 1950, In a devastating moment of clarity, Marjorie Benson abandons her dead-end job and advertises for an assistant to accompany her on an expedition. She's going to travel to the other side of the world to search for a beetle that may or may not exist. Enid Pretty, her unlikely pink travel suit, is not the companion Marjorie had in mind, yet together they will draw into an adventure that will exceed every expectation. They will risk everything, break all the rules, and top the Red Mountain to discover their best selves. This looks amazing! Charlie, you've done amazing! Not that I'd expect any less from my sister, but bloody hell. This is one of the longer ones. It's like nearly 400 pages. But it looks incredible. This is my first of Rachel Joyce's books, but it will by no means be my last. If I like this, I plan to pick up more of the author's work. So you will have to let me know, guys, if you've read Rachel Joyce's works, which one do I pick up next? So she's got The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry, which I think I've seen in my charity shop. Perfect. The Love Song of Miss Queenie Hennessy. The Music Shop. So, if I like this, I will get more of the author's works. I'm starting to be a bit fussier, not buy like multiple books by an author until I've tried one at least. But this does look amazing, and thank you, Charlie, so much for picking this. So we're halfway through. Now the next one was a non-fiction book that I don't think I bought. I think I bought this quite recently. Excuse me. And this is Educated, a memoir by Tara Westover. Now a few years back, this was all over BookTube, and everyone raved about it. Everyone said how amazing it was. This is I'm preparing for this to be very hard-hitting because it is non-fiction. Tara Westover and her family grew up preparing for the end of the days, but according to the government, she didn't exist. She hadn't registered for a birth certificate. She had no school records because she'd never set foot in a classroom, no medical record because her father didn't believe in hospitals. As she grew older, her father became more radical and her brother more violent. At 16, Tara knew she had to leave home. In doing so, she discovered a transformative power of education and the price she had to pay for it. This looks like one that's going to be really hitting me, and again, it's quite long, it's nearly 400 pages. It's non-fiction. It's probably going to be my non-fiction for the month because I know this is going to be very hard-hitting. But again, I've seen all over BookTubes, a lot of the American BookTubers have loved this, and a few of my other friends have loved this. So I'm really looking forward to tackling this and seeing if it is as good as I'm kind of expecting it to be. I mean, like I said, I think it's going to be really good. Now the next one, I'm really excited about. I couldn't believe Charlie picked this, so I love you, Charlie, for this. This is The Picture of Dorian Gray, which is one of the only Oscar Wilde plays I'm not... As you saw, guys, I read 4 Oscar Wilde plays with Alice last month. No, last month? May, I think? where's this year going? I think it was in June. I read other plays by Oscar Wilde, and I loved them. I thought they were amazing. And the picture of Dorian Gray is one that everyone has raved about, and it is gorgeous. I found this in the charity shop for like 20p, 25p. The picture of Dorian Gray. So, I mean, so many people have heard about this. So many people loved it. And I know Charlie did love it as well. Dorian Gray is young, rich and beautiful. When he sees the exquisite portrait of himself, he is bewitched and offers his soul in exchange for eternal youth and good looks. Influenced by his friend, Lord Henry Wotton, Dorian becomes drawn into a corrupt double life, indulging his desires into a secret life of pleasure and excess, while remaining a gentleman in the eyes of polite society. Only his portrait bears the traces of his decadence. Looks amazing! And it's long. Charlie, you've smashed it for me. It's written in a different way. The play's written in very differently from the other plays that Oscar Wilde's written in this book anyway. But it's one, oh my god, I can't wait for. I really can't wait for it. Like, even look, the typesetting there. How gorgeous is that? My cat decided she wants to join in. But it just looks absolutely incredible. And when she picked this out of the classics to read, I was like, yes, go Charlie! Now, last but not least, Charlie, Brook, you have smashed it out of the park. She has picked a book that I've only recently got. It's probably one of my newest books on my TBRs. When you guys know, I do not read new books straight as soon as they come on my TBR. But this is one that more people than ever have raved about. This is one that my BookTube besties have raved about. And look what I'm picking up. Careless by Ghosty Gates! Yes, Charlie, I love you! I know I love her anyway, but bloody hell. Now, you guys know that I was the Daft Apeth last month and bought this full price in hardback, where I could have got it for about half that price in paperback for £2 on Amazon. But I stupidly bought the hardback cover, but I don't regret it because the hardback cover is stunning. Look at that. I don't buy hardbacks, I normally wait for them to come out in paperback. Look at this, look at that as well. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna love this. So, Alice, Danny, Jem, my sister Charlie, I don't know if Charlie Heathcote read it as well. They all literally screamed about this book. They all said it was absolutely bloody incredible. And oh my god, it was shortlisted. I think it was longlisted for the Women's Prize, but it didn't get shortlisted, which it should have done from what everyone's telling me. Fearless, motherless, careless. At 3:04 on a hot, sticky day in June, Bess finds out she's pregnant. She could tell her social worker, Henry, but he's useless. She could tell her foster mother, Lisa, but she won't understand. She really ought to tell Boy, but she hasn't spoken to him in weeks. Bess knows more than anyone that love doesn't come without conditions. But this isn't a love story. It's a coming-of-age novel celebrating female friendship and the enduring hope to follow our dreams without the odds. Actually, I do remember Charles Heathcote didn't love it because there is some historical inaccuracies. So I've got to kind of bear that in mind. But everyone else loved it, and do you know what? I don't care. This is gorgeous. It's only actually, even though it's a big book, it's only like 300 pages. So I'll fly through that. And I think this may well be one of the first books I read in the month because it is going to be absolutely flipping incredible. It is stunning. I want to hug it. It's a book I want to hug because I think it's stunning and it looks gorgeous. So those are the 6 books she picked. I have got other books that are going on my TBR. So I've got like Buddy Reads. I've got my series books that I've got to read. So I will be doing a separate TBR and I will link this video in the separate September TBR, which I think is going to be my next video. Let me have a look. I'm pre-filming this well in advance because I'm organised. Yes. So this will be going up in 4 days time. This will go up and then the rest of my September TBR will be going up on the 26th of August. And then I've got a recommendations video coming up. So I'm going to be doing that as well. So I will get there. I will be organised. This is the summer holidays and it's been very, very busy. Thank you all, by the way, for all your support. You're all absolutely incredible. And I want to say thank you. So thank you, Charlie, for picking these books. I cannot wait to read them. I know they're all going to be amazing. She has smashed it out the park. All of you send my sister all the love because she's around and she's just the best. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, bring on my ding-a-ling. And I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.